everybody, welcome back to the Rock of Cair, Bryn. We are back again, and last time when we left off, this group had run into something. They heard voices. They heard at least two voices, and they slowly woke everybody up. Bart had a bit of an issue with a weapon, pardon me, that he's been dealing with. And other than that, things have been quiet up until now. But, oh, pardon me, goodness. All through the break, no problem. Minute I go back, I'm hiccuping. All right, so you guys are wandering into the woods around you, I assume, to try and figure out what's going on. Are you hanging together? Are you splitting away from each other? What are you doing?
I'm going to follow Pree's lead because I figured she's more experienced in all this than I am.
All right, so I'm going to give everybody at home an opportunity to see the map that you guys have seen for the last little bit. And it is the map of the camp. And you are all in this area, and so you can move your characters where you feel you want to.
Where was the voices coming from?
The voices were coming. Okay, so if you look where Shin is standing right now on the map, effectively, if you went straight up from there, yeah, it would be into those woods.
Okay, she's gonna kind of sneak around that way. Go around.
Okay.
I'm going to look towards her. If she doesn't signal me, then I'm going to go the same direction as her, I guess.
All right.
If she's shaking her head, then I won't.
She'll kind of point for you to go around the other way.
Okay. Then I will go.
Yeah, and I'm just standing outside the princess tent, just watching.
Okay.
I'm standing outside whatever tent I was sleeping in. All I did was grumble and stand up.
All right, you can pick whichever one you want. I do need... Oh, the prince is actually back in the tent still, so they're officially there. Okay. All right. So I would... let's see. So you have a rough idea where you're going. Okay. I would like y'all to roll a stealth check for me, please. For those of you that are moving forward.
Wow, so stealthy!
Stealthy Pre is stealthing away. All right, give me...
Why can't I roll like that when I'm actually playing like a rogue? Answer me that.
I mean, because that's
Sorry.
the way it works. I don't know.
Anyways.
Give me 1 second. All right. Okay, what is... Oh, okay. So, what is the perception then? Just need to see whether or not they can pick it up. Oh, there it is. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, they don't hear either of you. You guys are moving like so stealthy. And
We're so stealthy.
so stealthy. And as you move through the brush, you come upon what looks to be a couple of goblins. And you see them kind of... Actually, I should ask this question. Pre, do you have dark vision?
I have no. Yes, I do.
Okay. So you'll see one of them point to the other, kind of giving a sort of an instruction like, you go that way. And he starts to move off sort of around your encampment. You can see that they're kind of trying to flank you guys.
How far away are they?
They're about 30 feet away from where you're at right now. You kind of get the impression that the fire has kind of given them an idea where you're at.
Can I run up and stab the closest one?
If you want to do that, you'll all need to roll initiative.
She wants to stab something, yes.
All right, well, let me just clear out the initiative tracker. And roll your initiative, please.
The advantage of surprise. Not so much. Fuck me. Oh, come on.
All right. And they need to...
Like, I'm not doing it loudly. I'm just,
Yeah, no, I know.
stealthy run and stab him.
It's fine. It would be a surprise round, but everybody needs to roll initiative. This is what I learned after last time. Okay, so plus 2. Okay, so let's roll her up. All right, so a 9. Wow, they're really good. Cool. All right, so with that, okay. Alrighty, Bart. But because Pre suggested going first, I will have you guys decide what you're going to do, and then, or you can hold your action for this turn. You can hold your turn until Pre's gone. It's up to you guys.
I probably wouldn't have attacked until I saw her attack, because I'm following her, so I'll hold it until after her.
Okay. All right. So next would be Dimitri.
I mean, I have no idea what's going on yet, so I'd still just be standing outside the tent.
Okay. All righty. Okay. So that then, unfortunately, because she's last, Shin, your choice. You were holding?
Wait, hold up, John. None of us see them, right?
Just Pre does, yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, Pre and I assume you went with her, right?
I went to the left, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I mean, you'd have to get closer because you don't have dark vision.
Yeah, I don't see anything on the map, so I figured I don't see anything.
Okay. So, yeah, you would not have seen them yet.
Okay.
Okay. So last person before Pre goes is Shin. Shin, do you want to go or are you going to hold?
I'll just pull out my shield and javelin and ready my action. If I see somebody charging the camp aggressively, I'm going to throw my javelin at them.
Okay. All right. I forgot to roll initiative for the prince. So. Right. Okay, so...
The prince who's asleep gets a higher initiative than me.
Yeah, well, he's not asleep. He's awake. But I'm going to actually put his initiative below you in the order. Below the goblins as well, just to be accurate. Okay, Bree, go ahead. You see one.
Okay.
I will bring that one down to where you can see him.
All right. I stealthily run up to him and stab him. Excuse me.
Okay.
Stabby, stabby, 21.
All right, that hits. Roll of thine damage.
8.
Okay. How do you murder this goblin?
Oh, yay. I just take his head off. Wow.
Whack goes the head. Okay. Since I assume you stopped being stealthy to attack, correct?
No, I just ran up quietly and took his head off.
Okay. So
That's all the noise I made, was whatever noise his head going made.
Okay, well, I mean, it's a big old sword. It makes a little bit of noise. But he did. Okay. So what?
He is content.
I mean, fair. you'll see that there are a couple more goblins that were standing sort of by him at the time.
Hmm.
And now the rest of you are noticing goblins coming in from the other side.
I throw my javelin at one of them.
It is. We are back to the top of the round. It is Bart's turn.
I readied an action if I see him.
Yes, but Bart's still in the turn order. I assume he had ready.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Okay.
Because
so
none of you did anything, so as far as I know, you're still in the order of your turn.
I am going.
I did something. I readied my action.
Okay.
I don't know
I mean,
if they.
it's fine, but then it skipped. I mean,
I don't care either way. He can go first. It doesn't really matter to me.
okay.
So, all right. I mean, I won't go. I didn't know if they did like had their actions ready too. They can go
Well,
before me.
I didn't ready an action. So
Okay.
I didn't
then-
ready an action either.
Okay, so then Shin, it's your turn.
I just throw a javelin.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I don't have a macro set up for it. Proficiency. So it's my scimitar anyway. So 16,
That'll hit.
and the javelin is a d6 plus my dex. So this plus 3, 6.
Okay, you hit. with-
Whatever one ran out first.
Okay, so we'll say it's the one like the one to the left and the lower one of the two.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so he takes the javelin, and you see him kind of spin around from the javelin, like the throw of the javelin kind of sends him sideways, and you can see that the javelin is sticking out of him, and he's bleeding pretty profusely, but he's still up.
Cool.
Okay. So I guess based on everything, that would put us at the top of the round then. Bart, your turn.
Okay. Right. So when I walked towards them, I took my sword out, and I'm not used to it. So let's say I held it in my non-dominant hand. The moment I see Shin throw his javelin at the goblin, like mentally, I'm like, God, I wish I had my pike. And then I'm assuming it appears on one of my hands.
It does. That's correct.
And I'm just gonna like, fuck it. And then I'm gonna actually try to throw. Can you throw a pike?
I mean, you can sort of, but
Never mind. I'm just gonna go up to. Let's see. I'm here, right? How tall is this rock? Like, is it? Can I go through it, or do I have to go around it?
you'd have to go around it. Right now, that dude well, speaking of that, probably should have given him a slight bit better cover. I forgot that rock was there. But either which way, Shin probably would have seen him. Okay. Yeah, it's probably about 2 feet tall, that rock.
Pikes are not a throwable weapon, by the way. I looked it up.
Yeah, no, they're not. But
Damn, I need to get a throwable javelin or something.
Well, anything is a throwable weapon.
yeah, it's just
Effective throwable weapon.
is another
That's another
thing.
matter.
Yeah.
I'm most likely gonna get another weapon, but okay. Let me see this. Okay. I'm just gonna, since I see this rock, I'm gonna go here,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna stab the guy with my pike.
Okay. That hits.
15. 3.
And you hit him with the pike, and it hurts.
Okay.
He's still up, though.
That's fine. I end my turn.
Okay. All right. And that would be Dimitri.
All right. I'm going to heft up my shield and approach this one coming from this side. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I'm going to fling one of my daggers at him.
Okay. An
8
does not hit.
I figured. That's it for now.
Okay. All right. Shin, back to you.
I'll pull out my other javelin and throw it I'll come around here and throw it the same one.
Okay. Yeah, that gets him out of partial cover.
19.
Wow, you are good at throwing javelins. That hits.
And then 8 damage.
Okay, well, you hit him again. He's just so basically he's got spun around. He's like, oh, and he's holding on to this javelin, trying to pull it out. As he tries to pull it out, you hit him in the back with the other one, and he falls down dead.
And I'll step back into a guard and pull my scimitar out and have my shield and my scimitar ready.
Okay. All right. And now it's Pree's turn.
All right. Can I basically run forward to get the nearest goblin here,
Mm-hmm.
and as I'm doing so, scoop the other head up into my shield and throw it as I stab? Is that possible? Is that something I can do?
I mean, that's kind of 2 actions you're talking.
Actions.
So unless you got some ability that allows you to do 2 actions, no.
Don't see how it's 2 actions. People
Because
can do 2 things at
because
once like that.
you're swinging a
So
sword
rude.
with one hand, picking up a head with another hand, and
Yeah,
throwing
no,
the
you're-
head. That's 2 actions.
You're running forward and scooping it in the shield,
Okay.
and it's a simultaneous action.
I mean, it's still okay, but then throwing it's an action unless you're just picking
Fine.
up the head.
Can I kick it at them as I run towards them to stab them? Or does that
sure.
count as an action
I
too?
mean, if you want a bonus action that, I can accept that. It ain't going to hurt them, but okay.
I just want to kick it at them as,
Okay.
all
right.
hey, here's a head. Now I
bit of
stab you.
Intimidation. I get it.
Yeah. But is that 2 actions or not? That's what I'm wondering.
I mean, I'll allow a bonus action for something that's not actually going to do damage. How about that?
Okay. So I'll run at them and kick the head as I go.
Okay.
And then I'm going to stab that guy.
All right. So you kick the head at him. It freaks him out as he looks at his buddy down, at his feet, and then you swing your sword at him.
Boop.
That
13.
misses. Apparently, it freaked him out enough he ducked under your sword before you were able to hit him.
Dude.
Maybe you shouldn't have did that. Do you get
Hey
another attack?
now.
Or is it
What's
just?
that?
Do you have another attack, or is it just that one? I can't remember.
I think my only bonus action is Shield of Faith.
Oh, okay.
I think we added new stuff, and I haven't really looked at it yet, so.
Right. Okay. There
We'll
is
just go
some
with
new
that for now.
stuff, but we'll worry about that later then. Okay. So that's your action for this moment. All right. Cool. Gobley's turn. The Goblies go, and this one who's dealing with Mr. Pikey Man closes in. This one is gonna, having been seeing his buddy get ripped apart with javelins, is going to hide behind this rock and try to sneak attack on Bart. The other guy will close in to you, and this guy, where's he gonna go? He's gonna try and make his way through the bush and hope that his buddy deals with Pre. All right, so, okay. Let's start with the dude trying to do the sneak attack. Okay, let me just have a quick look.
Who's trying to do the sneak attack?
The one hiding behind the rock.
Oh, okay. Oh, for some reason I thought he was doing sneaking melee. I'm like, how can you do that from there?
No, he doesn't have that ability. He pulls out a javelin. Or a short bow, sorry, a short bow. And he's going to try and shoot Bart. He does not have sneak attack, so it's just hiding and keeping himself from getting shot at. So he will try and do that. Unfortunately, I forgot to do that earlier. So let me just verify exactly. Yes, okay. So he shoots. Oop, wrong way. First attack. Does 12 hit you, Bart? That hit your armor class? Bart?
What? No.
Okay.
Can you not hear me?
No, I didn't hear you there.
Oh, sorry.
I heard you now. All right. Never mind then. Okay, so the one in front of you tries to poke at you. And so he will use his scimitar, which is basically the same roll. So he's going to attack. Does a 9 hit you? Probably not, I'm guessing. Okay. Wow, these goblins are doing the Lord's work. All right, so wait a minute, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can go to there. And okay. So now we'll do the one where Pre is at. He will swing at you, Pre. Does an 18 hit you?
No.
Okay. And the last goblin that gets a swing is the one in front of Dimitri. Okay, he's going to swing his scimitar. Oh, and a 6 isn't going to do much of anything. So there we go. Wow, that was some pretty useless turns. This guy's just going to close straight in on Shin. He'll use all of his movement and action to do that. And this guy, what's he going to do? He's going to stay there. Okay. All right. So we're top of the, Prince. Prince is kind of waiting to see whether you want him to come out or not. He kind of looks at you, Shin, and kind of gives a sign like, do you need me to come out?
I just kind of put my hand to him like, not yet. We got this.
Okay, so he waits in the tent. All right. And back to the top of the round. It's Bart's turn.
Okay. I'm going to pike this guy again. 17.
That hits. Oof. Ouch. Okay, you shish kebab that guy.
Oh no, I have a...
You have a what?
It just rolled the crit
It's
damage.
only the 11 that counts.
Yeah.
Not the six.
Yeah, not the 6. It doesn't matter. He still shish kebabbed him either way.
Alright, yeah.
He had 4 hit points left. I mean, leave him alone.
That's fine. I'm gonna help Shin out, because I haven't moved yet, right? So...
Nope, you haven't moved yet.
If I stand here, would that give him flanking?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I will go there.
Okay. Alrighty. It is Dimitri's turn.
You're muted.
All right. I will try and stab him with my sword now, since I am closer.
Okay.
16.
The 16 just hits.
For 11.
He did. They're regretting all of this now. Okay.
So I can move. I'm going to move back towards the tent. 5,
Okay.
10,
All right.
25, 30.
Okay.
Back to where I was.
All right. Shin, your turn.
Muted.
As the goblin runs up to me, I'm going to try to stab him with my scimitar.
All right, you do that. Hit. You did.
Crit.
It wasn't with advantage, so 7.
I thought I was flanking with your boy.
Oh, you were. Yes, you're right. Oh, okay, so that's what? That's
8.
8 points of damage. Wow.
Yay.
He did.
Oh, got him.
You stabbed right through him, and he goes bloop.
And yeah, I'll just circle around and protect the tent.
Okay. All right. Pre, you got one in front of you.
I'm gonna stab him.
Go ahead.
Oh, fuck off.
You missed. All right. Goblin's turn. Oh.
There's too much blood in her eyes.
Apparently, that
Decapitation.
chopping the head off really distracted her. Okay, that guy's just legging it. He's out of here.
He gone.
Yeah.
He's getting his friends.
Now. Okay, cool. So this guy is going to swing at you, Pri. Does a 23 hit? Wow.
Yes,
that's
you know it does.
that's
Come
a
on.
that's a good roll.
Don't even ask.
He ain't took you down yet. He's got to make sure he gets you down before this fight's over.
I know, right?
I know.
Yeah,
I'm not
exactly.
allowed to stay awake for a
I swear,
fight.
if that goblin survives, he's gonna be like the hero of the group.
I
Yes.
know, right?
Do we see them?
I mean, they're behind trees, so probably not. I would say.
Come on, it's the tradition. Bree's got to go down every fight. It's tradition now.
Yeah, so that means we all just wait and we skip our turns and wait till it happens.
We're all just. Where's Bree?
Oh boy, I did three
God.
points of damage,
Thank
by the
you.
way.
That's perfectly okay.
And then he disengages and moves away from you. I'm gonna keep him. He's gonna move his full movement, so that's gonna mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
But there's no opportunity attack anymore, right?
He can disengage without an opportunity attack on a
Yeah,
bonus action.
only if you disengage. Otherwise, you do get opportunity attacks.
Yep.
Got it.
Yeah, but he has something
Okay.
called nimble escape, which means he can disengage or hide action as a bonus action in each of his turns. So,
Okay.
okay. So, Bart, your turn. There is still one left. There's one that's run pretty much 30 feet away from you, and another one that's in front of you,
so-
kind of.
There's one in front of me. I only see one.
Yeah, that's because the other ones run 30. This guy here ran 30 feet the opposite way.
So I can't see him. Then.
I mean, you could see him, but he's probably about 50 feet away from you now.
50 feet away from me.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 second, John.
Okay.
John needed a bigger map.
Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting them to survive this long. I'm not going to lie.
They weren't supposed to,
Nope.
but mine kept ducking.
Facebook, John.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna see the one running. I'm like, God damn it, that guy's gonna escape, escape, and I'm gonna point at him.
Uh-huh. You're pointing at him, and as you do, you feel something run through your body that at the very tip of your finger makes your finger feel a little cold, and then you blast what at him exactly, if you'd like to explain.
This is gonna be frostbite. He has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Alrighty, give me 2 seconds to just have a look and see. Oh, you don't get no bonus. It's a straight 20. Cool. What's your spell DC?
Trying to figure that out because I'm not used to this. 8 plus my proficiency bonus plus my intelligence modifier. So intelligence is 1, so 9 plus what's your proficiency bonus?
2.
Okay, so that he makes it.
He makes it. So does he take half damage?
For frostbite, I don't think so. Wait, no, he just goes away.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Bart knows magic.
I'm gonna say no, I don't.
Well, yeah, I just saw you do it.
No, like I'm like shocked if I say that, and then I end my turn because I don't know what I'm doing now.
All right. Dimitri, your turn. Do you want to chase the one that's 70 feet away from you?
Muted.
I don't think I have anything that I can catch him with. So,
So no.
let me just see if I got anything that's kind of that distance. I don't think so though.
Okay.
How far is this? 60 feet. I guess I could catch him. How much is this? Another 60 feet. All right. I'll get within 60 feet
Okay.
which I'm assuming is like
basically we'll put you there.
okay. And I'll shout at him and say, "You've got a stupid goblin face." That's vicious mockery.
Wow.
He has to make a wisdom save and take 2 damage.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Just double check. Oh wow. Okay. Cool. Cool. This could be bad for him. All right. Oh my gosh. He rolled a crit. So no.
Yep. He don't care that he's got a stupid goblin face.
Nope. Yeah. Yeah. He totally ignores you. All right. Shin, what you doing? Anything?
Fine, if you guys really want him stopped, and I'm gonna cast Entangle on him.
Okay.
So here, I'll roll it for you.
I don't. Okay. Spell save DC is 13.
Yeah, it's to make a strength check.
Oh, okay. Oh wow. Okay, it's the same as the previous one, so no problem. You did it.
So-
Everybody else failed. You did it.
Vines come up out of the ground and wrap his legs up. And he
Nice.
stops right there.
Nice.
Go
Okay.
get him.
So
my turn.
just for sake of brevity, I'm gonna put him there. He's tangled in all these vines, and he is just standing there now. Bree, your turn.
I'm gonna shout at the one that ran away from me. Get back here, you little weasel! And I'm gonna throw my javelin at him.
Okay.
Boop. Oh, come on!
It's a natural one. Womp womp. Okay, you can still move and bonus action if you'd like.
Can't I hit this little effer?
Do you have a bonus action that actually hits anything?
1 sec.
Mm-hmm.
I have them. I don't think they're anything that really hits anything. That's the problem. Ensnaring strike, but I have to hit him for it to be of any effect.
Yeah, that doesn't really work.
Shield of Faith. That gives them +2 AC for the duration.
Nice.
Thunderous Smite. I have to hit them for it to have any effect.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Oh, and Divine Favor. I have to hit them for it to have any effect.
So, based on that,
Damn it.
I mean, you could...
I'm just gonna run after him then.
So, use your full movement, which is 30 feet.
1, 2, 3.
Basically, you're right behind him. There you go. Okay, so...
Too bad punching him isn't a bonus action.
Yeah, well...
I want to punch him right now.
I mean,
I want to
fair.
punch him in his little face.
The little guy who you ensnared, does it... It's just like, it's like he's grappled, right? Basically?
A creature... He's restrained.
Right, he's
So
restrained.
that
So he
means-
can take
yeah,
an
he's-
action, or he can break out of it. He can't move.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, well, what would he do? What does he have to do to break out of it? Just a
Make a
Strength
strength
save.
check. Yeah.
Oh boy. He's gonna try and break out of it because he's terrified now, and he knows he's gonna die if he continues to fight. So yeah.
I won't do it.
He rolls a 3 for a 2 in total. Wow. He not going anywhere. Cool. The one with Pre turns back, takes a swing with the scimitar in his hand. 13, which misses Pre, so equally as successful. He then disengages.
We're just swinging at each other at this point. We're dancing. We're
and
dancing.
Then runs to the length to try and get away from her. Okay.
Ugh.
So, back to the top of the round. It's Bart's turn.
Yeah.
You've got a goblin that's entangled 70 feet away from you.
70? Oh, okay. No, I'm just gonna. I'm kind of still shocked, so I'm just gonna no more pointing, and I'm gonna go here and try to stab him with my pipe.
Okay.
I'm assuming a 22 hits.
Yeah, it does. He's
Wait,
Oh, it's
you're 70 feet away.
but he
What?
can go 10 foot. Like, oh yeah, that's
Wait, hold
right.
on.
Ye-
I'm 70 feet away?
Yeah,
I
you're
thought I was
70 feet away. He's not right there. To be fair, he's 70 feet across the map.
I thought he was 70 feet from Rob.
No,
Right here.
he was.
He was 60 feet from me where I am right now.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Oh.
He wasn't that.
Okay, what about this guy here?
He's where he is on the map.
Okay, then I'll go to him.
Okay.
Mine.
If I hear her say that, then I'm like, oh, fuck that. Okay, so 70 feet, let me see something here.
You can go
5,
your full movement plus a dash would get you there, but you wouldn't be able to do anything unless you have a bonus action. Or does a bonus action? No, you can't do that. It's the monks that do the bonus action dash.
have a javelin. Could I toss that?
Yeah.
Can I throw that?
Yeah.
If you move up first, you won't be.
Yeah,
At
that's what I was
disadvantage.
gonna do. I'm gonna move up as far as I need to do to not take advantage.
Okay,
Or
so
disadvantage.
I'll move him back just for the sake of that. We'll move you up the 10 feet, so now you're in the 60.
Okay, then I will throw my javelin at him.
I mean, you could walk up like 30 feet and then throw it at him.
Yeah, either works. That's fine. Yeah, I'll do that. I guess. I'll
Okay.
walk up 30 and then do it.
All right.
Um,
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move you back the 40 feet. So just 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. There we go.
do I roll as I would if I were attacking with the javelin as a melee? Or is
It's
there a different type of math for that?
they are. I thought it was on your character sheet.
I just have javelin down. I don't know
Does
if
it
it's
use your
different.
dex? I think a javelin uses a dex when you throw it, but I don't know what it uses when you swing it.
Well, he's
I think
throwing
it
it. He's throwing it.
And it
Thrown
uses-
weapon would be dex.
Yeah, so
I
it's
think.
your dex, and if you're proficient in it.
If you're
I'm
proficient,
proficient in it. So.
yeah, then that's plus.
Okay, so I roll a d20 plus my dex modifier and proficiency modifier?
Yep.
So d20 plus...
Well, that hits. Wow. With a 19.
It actually says for a thrown weapon, you would use the same modifier that you would use if you were making a melee attack with it. So
Okay, do you want me to reroll or is this good?
No, that's fine. That's fine. Go ahead.
Alright.
I mean, this poor Gobby's going to die one way or the other. Okay, 12. Ow.
It's an 8, but yeah.
Okay, why was it? Oh,
Oh, wait, hold up. I don't know now. What
No,
something, right?
you did the attack. That was 12.
yeah, so it's 8 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's right.
Oh, it's 8 damage. Okay. Boop. He dead. Poor Goblin. He's just trying to get away.
Don't start thing if you can't finish it.
All right. Nice. Okay, so you've moved. You've actioned. You're done. Dimitri, your turn.
All right. So where was I? Was about here, right?
Mm-hmm.
15, 20, 25, 30. With 30 feet, I can get in front of this goblin to give advantage. So I'm gonna run right in front of it to stop it.
Okay, I will reveal that area just to make it obvious where you are.
Behind his feet, Dimitri. Treat it as a horse.
I'm about to hobble you with my hammer.
Nice.
I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna hurt you real bad.
Really, really bad.
That's all. I just got in front of him because I know Pre wants to kill it.
Okay. All right. Shin, your turn.
I'll just chill here.
Okay. Pre, guess what? It's your turn.
You're cheerleaders. You got this, Pre.
We're off,
This
Jan-
will-
Let's go, Bryn. Let's go.
She's gonna run up to him and she's just gonna try and stab the little fucker again.
Okay, with advantage.
Ah! 22!
22. That's good enough.
Why'd you do like 4 damage?
10!
Oh, well. Goodness, how do you want to destroy this poor goblin who is just trying to get away?
I am gonna split him down the middle.
Ouch.
Blood gets all over Dimitri's new.
I was gonna say, yeah, this blood
Die,
just
you little
splatters.
weasel.
His new crown is all covered in blood.
This poor goblin that tried to murder us in our sleep.
wasn't his fault. That's he's just born that way. Come on.
You know
No
what?
peer pressure. Everyone else wanted to do it. He didn't want to be there.
That's right. Yeah. He, they asked him
He's
to
gonna be
be.
like,
He was like, "Oh,
Dodge this.
do I have to?"
He thought they were going to a party and they pulled off the side of the road.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
And with that, the last
He didn't even
poor goblin is dead.
he didn't even bring a weapon. They forced one to his hands.
Yeah.
Like this.
It's not even mine.
It's a
Did any of you even get hurt? Oh, 3 damage on Bree. That's right.
Yeah.
That
At
goblin,
least I didn't get knocked out. Yes. Woohoo!
the goblin that I killed over here, the first one,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go retrieve my javelins and take the other one's bow and all his arrows.
Nice. Cool.
I used prestidigitation to clean off all the blood.
Floating in the air.
Did he have like a lot of arrows or a little arrows?
He had. Let me just see here. No, he probably had like 5 arrows.
Okay.
I'm gonna go grab the javelin I threw also.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'll go
I'll
grab the
retrieve
dagger
mine
I
as
threw
well.
at the one over here.
Boop.
All right. So you guys pick up all your random arrows that you have floating about, or not arrows, javelins.
Once we get back to camp, I'm gonna. Hey, Prince, you still in there? Prince, you in there?
He kind of looks out of the tent flap and says, "Good job dealing with those creatures."
John, I'm gonna sit down and look at the javelin I threw and think, man, it's so tiring having to chase after the javelin after I throw it. If only it would come back to me. Dude, I kind of want to do the same to it as this pike,
Uh-huh.
if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Okay.
You kind of get the impression that there's somewhere a green and gray eye, or a green and brown eyed creature kind of stares back at you like, "Oh, sure, now you want it."
I mean, shut up.
Roll or flip your coin.
Always roll crits on my coin. Why can't I do it?
You sense that all of your weapons now have little coins on them.
Win this time.
And you feel almost like breath on the back of your ear, and you hear a voice say, "Just so you don't lose anything, have fun." And it disappears.
I look at the javelin and I chuck it at a tree,
Mm-hmm.
and then I kind of think about the javelin again.
And it back in your hand.
Oh, I guess that is handy.
Okay.
Is
And
everyone rested, or like what time of day is it?
oh no. This was early on
forget
in the.
how fast-
This was like midnight,
Yeah.
so it was like in the first shift. Nobody's had a good sleep yet.
I forget how fast actual fights are. Like it takes us like hours, but it's like what, a minute, 2 minutes?
Well, it's six seconds a round.
And that was like 4 rounds.
Yeah.
So that was like 24 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
We
So-
ended 7 lives in 24 seconds.
I mean,
And well, you were doing that, Bert, as I was putting in the chat. Bree was going around beheading all the corpses, well,
Ew.
the one that wasn't split in half,
ew,
and piking them on tree branches
ew.
around the camp.
Aw. Poor little
She
goblins.
dislikes goblins now.
I kind of wanted you to be like, hey, can I borrow that pike of yours? I'm like, sure, what for? I'm like, no reason.
No reason.
Problem is that pike would disappear.
Yeah. The other problem is I wouldn't take away someone's weapon.
It disappears back into my hand with the goblin's head now attached to it. Like, what the fuck, dude? Alright.
Nope.
Goodness.
Bree's just like, stupid goblins dislike. And when she's done, she's just gonna go back and lay down.
I'm gonna look over at both Dimitri and Shin have shown spellcasting abilities. Is that correct?
Yep.
And I'm gonna be like, hey, you. I'm gonna look at Shin in particular because I know you saw like, what was that? Like, I felt coldness in my fingers.
Sounds like magic.
Sounds like you cut off the circulation.
Yeah.
I look at my finger and I kind of like rub it. All right.
Is it purple?
I don't know, John. Is it purple?
No.
Did I lose circulation? It's like no.
No.
It didn't do anything to the goblin, but I felt something.
Well, maybe it was your first time. Maybe you're a sorcerer.
Do you have to like know how to read for that?
I know how to read, but I didn't learn my magic through reading. So I'm sure there's other ways.
I, on the other hand, did learn my magic through reading and music.
The only
So see?
book I read was How to Maintain My Pike. I don't think that would have explained how to.
The most boring book on the face of the earth.
I'm sorry, sir. I found it riveting.
Look at
Okay?
the fruit. And I say,
Look
gosh,
at Pike. Make sure it's clean, sharpened.
I mean, if you're looking for an explanation, I will give you Pre's answer. I messed with the god.
I didn't do anything.
Bree will just like put up her hand and like,
She's messing with me.
yeah,
Though
I was gonna
I will say, and then like I chucked the javelin and then reach for it again. Like, this is quite handy.
you got another one?
No, it teleports back into my hand.
What does the pike do?
The exact same thing, apparently.
Dude, that's awesome. You got two of them. Let me see if
And
it
it-
worked for me.
Here, I hand him a javelin.
I throw it at nobody, at the rock.
Okay.
Did you break my javelin?
It ends up back on
I have to
Bart's
actually
back.
call it. I think I have to call it to come back to me.
Oh,
I mean,
If,
if,
if it's still there, I'll be like, I don't think so. Why don't you try reaching for it? And then I'll kind of like reach for it, and if it'll probably come to my hand.
okay. So it kind of zoops like a lightsaber.
that's cool, dude. You are
She-
magic.
She's a weird. She touched my coin. I don't like her.
You also have coin mail instead of
What are you
instead
talking
of
about?
your.
There's only like 3 rows of coin. And I look down at my shirt.
All of your armor now is coins.
She likes to be annoying. She thinks this is funny.
Does it work like regular armor?
Hmm.
I haven't been hit yet,
John.
so I wouldn't.
I would like to argue that because it is now instead of circular chainmail, it's now solid pieces of coin. That it should be considered splint mail instead of chainmail.
Except
For
for
Bart.
it's only displayed like it is. It's not.
Oh, it's only illusion.
Yeah.
I'll touch it.
I mean, it feels like coin, like in every way, except for the fact that it's chainmail.
Has a sense of humor, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
What are these little etchings on these coins?
It's poop.
How
Like
did
I
you
said,
get...
she has a sense of humor.
Why is it smiling?
like literally laugh out loud at that from where she's laying down.
Poop shouldn't smile.
It's smiling
When I
at
hear
the other
when I hear
side.
Free laugh, I'm like, could barely take down one goblin laughing at me.
She's gonna sit up
You're way
and
I'm
point
30.
at all the heads.
I'm 60 feet away from you.
Well, sorry, yeah, she came back to camp and she was laying down. Sorry, I forgot to move her. But yeah, no, she's just gonna sit up and point at all the heads she displayed, just because one was all dodgy like a little jerk, I took out one with a single swing. I didn't see you split any goblins in half.
Stab one through the heart and it died.
I didn't see you split any goblins in half.
I didn't see you stab someone through the heart with a pike.
No, I just took off his head
Oh yeah,
in one swing.
I'm starting. I'm like, I look at him like, you're reminding me a lot of this lady that gave me that touched my coin.
Oh. Fully on you. And she'll lay back down.
I think it's still my shift, so I'll look back and I'm like, you guys can go to sleep.
I lean close to Shin and I say, the heads are looking at me. I don't like it.
We'll be out of here by tomorrow. Just try to live with it.
If I hear that, and I'll wait until Pre goes to sleep, and I'm gonna like turn the heads away so they're looking outward. Like,
Goblins are all like this.
and I'll look over at Dimitri. I'm like,
That's all right.
Thanks, Bart.
When Pre takes her shift, she was going to plan on moving them all so they were staring in different directions to freak him out.
Okay, so the rest of the shift goes along, and then it is Monsieur Shin's turn. Shin, roll me a perception check, please.
Am I fully? Did I get my full trance?
Nope, not yet.
Oh, all right. Perception 23.
That's really perceptive.
Thanks.
You sit there and I mean you're pretty much doing everything but your trance, and just calmly waiting by the fire, looking out, kind of using your opportunities to kind of look around, and every once in a while one of the goblin heads will kind of loll on one of the pikes as they kind of sort of warble a bit. One or two are kind of doing one of these things, and the otherwise you actually hear some skittering and something that sounded very similar to what the goblins made, but then you hear a and they run away. You hear them legging it through the forest.
Point my
I did
bow
something
towards them.
useful.
Let them run.
And that is pretty much the rest of your watch. Goes by without any incident. So next, Dimitri, I guess? Or Pre?
They said Shin and Bart were just watching all night.
Oh, that's
from
right.
What I remember.
Okay.
That's why I wanted them to go the full 4 hours so
Okay. So if that's the case, then okay. So you get your full 4 hours then. And then the rest of you, with the exception of Bart, get a full long rest. So your 3 hit points are back to flat.
Cool.
And yeah, and any spells you've used are back.
Can we wait? Just let Bart sleep in a little bit.
I mean, you can if you want.
I'm fine.
He's used one spell.
I wouldn't have complained.
Right.
And it's a cantrip, and I don't even know that if I could do it again, so it's fine.
Yeah, he wouldn't know he needs a long rest, but then it's a cantrip, so it doesn't matter.
I just didn't know if he was tired.
He might be tired, but he had a busy day. All right. Before you wake up, though, Bart, you are sitting in a long grassy field. And this individual you've seen before kind of has her arms placed behind her back, and she's kind of going... and
Wait, she's standing next to me?
no, she's skipping towards you.
You said she has her arm on my back.
No, behind
her back.
Oh, okay, all right.
She's kind of
She's skipping towards me.
skipping towards you with her hands behind her back. Just
Am I holding my javelin or pike?
yes.
I throw my javelin at her.
I mean, it goes into her. She looks down and she's like, "That's so mean."
I kind of try to summon it back into my hand.
She grabs a hold of it, pulls it out, and she turns it into a sword. And she says, "Young man, how about you kneel down in front of me and what do you do?" I didn't hear you if you said something.
Oh, I say why.
She says, "I just want to formalize something."
As what? Why did you put poops all over my armor?
Oh, come on, that's just for fun.
Why do these two things keep coming back to my hand? What's going on? What was the blue? What was my cold finger?
You do what I ask, and I will explain everything.
I'm gonna finger for my coin, and I'm gonna flip my coin.
Okay.
Even is a yes, I will do what she says. Odd is a no. Fuck. Sorry for the curse.
Your coin screws you over.
I look over. Did she say that, or did you say that?
No, I just said that. She didn't say it.
Okay, I look over the coin. I kind of look at her and kind of squint, like thinking, did she mess with coin? Then I'm like, coin says to do it. I put my coin back and I'll kneel.
She looks at you very solemnly and says, "I never play with chance."
What?
And she takes the sword and places it on one shoulder and then the other. And she says, "I knight you, good fighter, representative. You are now my eldritch knight."
Who are you?
A friend.
No, I meant name. I don't think you. Did she tell me her name?
Nope.
She probably did. I just don't remember.
No, she's
I
not.
wouldn't. Okay.
She has not told you her name at all. She looks at you and says, "Oh, do we have to?"
I kind of think for a second, like,
It's more fun this way.
not really. Like, I kind of think, like, no, I don't really care what your name is, I guess.
She smiles and says, "It's Lou."
Damn it, I just said I don't. Fine.
She walks over to you, picks you up, puts her arm around you and says, "We're going to be buddies. I like you. You are amazing."
I don't like the way you said that. And I'm kind of like trying to squirm out of her arm.
And she says, "Oh, come on. I'll be your friend."
Need friends. And I keep just.
She
I look down. I look down my armor. I'm like, can you at least take the poop off of this?
She snaps her fingers. The poop disappears, replaced with a smiley face.
What do you want?
"I find you amusing, and I like anyone who uses chance. To me, that's the greatest kind of thing. Chaos is so much fun."
Okay, I'm just letting the coin. We've had this conversation before, haven't we?
Something along that line.
What do I have to do?
Just be you.
I kind of look around. I'm like, can I wake up now?
Sure. And you wake up.
I'm like, I look at my armor to make sure there's no poop.
There is no poop. They are now all smiley faces wrapped within your little ringlets of chainmail.
I'm gonna look. Is pre-awake?
I mean, it's about the time everybody's getting up. Are you awake, Pre?
Sure.
I'm gonna walk up to her. I'm like, what do you know about Eldritch Knights?
I don't know. What do I know about Eldritch Knights? Let's roll and find out.
I felt like a paladin would know, or I think that's parts.
She's gonna need to roll, I assume, either a history check or a religion check.
14?
I mean, you would know a little bit. Let me just bring it up. 1 second. I mean, if you want to explain it to her, you're the one who's looked it up more than I have.
All I know is that you're basically just a knight for a god, I guess, and God grants you powers.
Mm-hmm. That's
I'm
about.
just doing it for story purposes. But
That's,
combines
yeah, that's
mastery of fighters with study of magic. We use magic similar to wizards, and that's all it says.
you're a
Much.
wizard, Harry.
My name is Bart. Are there any drawbacks of doing this that you know of?
Just the usual when you're dealing with a god. They have their own agenda.
You were not helpful.
And you hear a whisper come. I like it because it's fun.
I mean, depending on which god, it couldn't be that. It might not be that bad. I mean, mine's okay. I just, do a little devotion here and there, and she leaves me be.
Devotion. I kind of look around, like looking for. I can't see obviously where the god is, but I'm kind of thinking like you better not be expecting that.
I guard their temple occasionally. That's it.
Go ahead and consider this coin a temple. So I just need a guard there. Cool. Thanks for that. And I just walk away.
Good luck with.
You will note as you walk away. Actually, you see this person standing sort of behind Bart. And they have antlers. They have multicolored hair. They have what looks to be a brown eye and a green eye. And they appear to be skipping behind Bart, flipping their own coin.
Yeah, gonna kind of like, and just sort of like whisper, as long as you keep me out of it, do what you will. And she's gonna go start packing up and get ready to go.
All right. So you guys pack up. You gather your things. You hop on your horses, and I assume you make your way south. You'll travel the next 2 days. And during that time, you will have reasonably okay time. It rains a little bit at points, so you get a little bit wet. You got to deal with some of that. It's a bit muddy in places. You have to ford across a river. But for the most part, it's all pretty easy. And you see, as you start to get closer to a very specific set of foothills, that the prince is now leading. He's removed his hood and is looking much more chipper than he's looked the entire trip. And once you get past the edge of what would be the tree line and crest over a hill, you see kind of half on a foothill and then half into an area just on both sides of it, a massive city filled with tons of people moving about, a river that crosses through it, and you can see boats and ships on it sailing and traveling along, some driven by paddle wheels, some driven by sail, some by rowboat style. And you recognize immediately the city of Valegard. And the prince says, "We'll head straight to the castle, and you will be rewarded there." And he leads you towards the city gates. As soon as the guards see who is leading you, they immediately let you through and call. Basically, they alert the rest of the guards, and you reach the castle area, and just beside it is a massive palace, which has been set up years ago, and it is a massive stone edifice with etchings of gold and silver into the various columns of marble, and leading into it, as you step up the steps, you see an older gentleman who has silver hair. He looks like he's got slightly pointed like his eyebrows kind of point at the ends upward. He has slightly elvish ears, and he has blue eyes, and he looks down and sees his son and moves down, and you can see the crown that he wears, the coronet, which marks his being the king of Valegard. And he comes down to his son and says, I have longed for your safe return. It is good to see you. And he reaches over and hugs his son in a very weirdly formal way. And then he looks over at his wife, the queen, who comes down, and she runs over and looks much more delighted and much less formal. And she hugs him and says, I'm so glad you made it. And how are you? And you see the prince kind of wave her off as if to say, just not in front of the strangers. And the king looks at you all and says, thank you so much for protecting my child. You have given us back hope after a stretch of fear. And while I cannot fully express my pleasure in seeing him again, I will be able to do at least this for you. And he turns, and one of his counselors comes forward, and you can see she's holding bags which look heavy with coins, and she hands them to each of you. And he says, for your troubles, I hope this helps to repay at least some of what we can for what you've done this day. And let it be known that this group has saved our heir and the delight of our household. And he looks at you all and says, what am I to call you?
Bart.
Done with this job.
What was the first thing? I only heard
Oh, I said Bart.
Bart.
My name.
Done with this job in Bart. All right, awesome. And he nods and says, we have set aside lodgings for you in the city. If you would speak to my minister, he will make sure you are accommodated. If there's anything you can do while you stay here, please let us know, and we'll try and assist where we can. You have our eternal gratitude.
Priya's side-eyeing his features, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, seriously side-eyeing those features.
Fair enough.
Wait, John, did you say that he gave us money or items?
He gave you a bag of coins.
Gold.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna do something for Priya, but all right. Did he hand it to Priya specifically, or hand some to all of us?
You all got a bag of coins. There's a lot.
I lean towards Shin and I whisper, that's the guy that's got my job.
We can
Are
keep
you
it.
still wearing the crown?
The flower
The crown of flowers? Yeah, unless it wilted.
I mean, it probably did, but yeah, you're still wearing it.
I wonder how these people's succession works. Like, do you have to be born into it, or can you keep what you kill? Because maybe.
I
Maybe.
think you all are the wrong species.
Did we hear this?
I mean, you guys are standing beside them. You can probably
We're-
hear them
We're
whispering.
at each other, dude.
I'm just like, I don't think it's a good idea to. Nah.
Flip your coin. Should we try to move the royalty or not?
Yeah, you level 3s. Go ahead. It'll work out for you, I'm sure.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna do
Priya's just gonna gonna weigh her bag and like nod to the guy, like, show me the lodgings,
Okay.
while continuing to side eye the king's features.
All right. He points to a older lady. She walks up to you and she says, "If you'll follow me, I will take you down to our local establishment for watching, basically keeping people like you in lodgings." Don't know.
People like us?
Yeah.
Bryn's gonna be like,
It
It was really, really badly
that
phrased. She
wording.
wasn't trying to be slightly,
Do you have any
classist.
I
It was
haven't-
more accidental
have
than
any-
design.
Do you have any food? I haven't eaten, and I've been afraid to eat for quite a while.
She says, "Why, yes, we have." And she takes you down to, as you're walking towards an inn. She says, "There are public houses all along the market area, but if you're wanting food, I'm sure they have some at the lodgings."
Okay.
In a
And,
bath. I got goblin guts on me.
I mean, she's not judging, but she kind of is.
No, she says that out loud. But
yeah. Yeah. And the lady takes you to a building which is in sort of the posher neighborhood, and it's called the Knight's Repose. And you enter into it, and it's probably the finest establishment any of you have been in for sleeping. And she puts a note on the desk of the guy who's looking over the place, and he reads it and says, "Right away." And he waves a little bellboy forward, and they take your packs, and carry them to your rooms. And you each have your own individual room with a water supply, which gives you hot and cold water supplied to your room with bathtub
Wow.
and toilet.
Fancy.
Hmm.
I go downstairs to the inn and say, "I would like some food, please."
And the gentleman says, "Sure, right away." And he takes you into a area which is a fancy restaurant, and they bring you whatever you order.
I just say, "Bring me anything,
Lobster bisque.
please." I literally say, "Please do not ask me. Just bring me something."
Okay, they bring you out probably some fish soup, a lamb dinner, and with like massive trimmings and the house wine, all to your liking, I'm assuming. And yeah, you sit there munching away, gobbling without actually thinking about it.
Pree's just gonna like lock the door to her room,
Mm-hmm.
put something against it, close the shutters, lock those as she can, and then strip down and have a nice long bath.
Okay,
She's gonna be like there for like a couple hours,
just perfectly fair.
doing.
Shit.
I would probably go down and join Bart at the table eventually. Like I would clean up a little,
Mm-hmm.
but I prestidigitation to my clothes, so they're already clean. So I just wash my face and my hands, and then I'll head down to the table.
Okay. Shin?
Yeah, I'll pretty much do the same cleanup, and then, but as my escort leaves, if like all the rest of the party's away,
Mm-hmm.
I'll lean into her and say, "Hey, you can tell the king to call us the Knights of the Rock."
I was
Hear from upstairs. No, you won't.
She's in the bath. She said
Yeah,
she's in the
she's
bath.
locked in a door.
I didn't realize
She has
I was.
really good hearing.
I didn't realize, but when I was muted, when the king asked us, I said Dimitri and the Pussycats.
Yes. I thought about going that way. That was good.
I wanna, hold on a second. Let's see.
All right. So with that, I think we're going to call an end to this evening. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this little bit of chaos. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You can do that here, and you can watch the latest video up here. And if you want to know more about what we do, be sure to check out distractionsmedia.com.